Hello and welcome to At the Bookstore with Chase and Krista. Today we'll be taking a look at Recursion by Blake Crouch, my personal favorite book ever written. Which I mean that's a high praise, but I love this book so much. I recommended it to everyone I know, including Krista. That's how she read it. And yeah,
It is a book.
I love this book to death. I haven't read it in a while though, so I might be a little rusty, but I love it to death. So yeah, this book is about.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to say what it's about. I feel
it
like this
broke my brain. Do you
it
want me to
broke
read the
everyone's
Goodreads summary again?
I have never read the Goodreads. Wait. Let me read the paperback summary.
Oh, okay.
This is the summary on the back of the book.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
My son has been erased. Those are the last words the woman tells Barry Sutton before she leaps from the Manhattan rooftop. Deeply unnerved, Barry begins to investigate her death, only to learn that this wasn't an isolated case. All across the country, people are waking up to lives different from the ones they fell asleep to. Are they suffering from false memory syndrome, a mysterious new disease that affects people with vivid memories of a life they never lived? Or is something far more sinister behind the fracturing of reality all around him? Miles away, neuroscientist Helena Smith is developing a technology that allows us to preserve our most intense memories and relive them. If she succeeds, anyone will be able to re-experience a first kiss, the birth of a child, the final moment with a dying parent. Barry's search for the truth leads him on an impossible, astonishing journey. I am not going to read the rest of this sentence because it is a massive spoiler. At once a relentless thriller and an intricate science fiction puzzle box, Recursion is a deeply felt exploration of the flashbulb moments that define us and who we are without them. That's beautiful. Recursion.
That was really. That was the same as the Goodreads.
Well, this time I got to read it. So.
Except for the first sentence that's missing.
Is the first sentence, what if someone could rewrite your entire life?
Okay, that's not there. On the Goodreads, the first paragraph is like, okay, it's kind of changed. It's the same gist. So that's the gist. It sounds a lot simpler in the summary than
because it goes places.
Yes.
It's not like
that.
That is the premise of the first part. Like the first 100 pages.
Like the first half, I'd say.
No, wait. I know that changes during the first part, and that's about. Let me see. I don't think I have. This is an uncorrected proof, so I don't have proper. This might not match up in the actual. The only thing I remember about the
first half is just my brain being broken time and time again, trying to wrap my head around what was happening. That happened for the first 50% of the book, and then the next 50% resolution finally started. There was an inkling of resolution starting to happen.
First 100 pages.
Okay.
First 100 pages.
Yes. Where to start?
We can't start. We can barely start. That's the whole point of the book.
Yeah, because you start it and you think it's going to be a simple enough plot because there's like converging timelines and it's easy enough to keep up with like, oh, so you live your life and then you use the machine to go back to a moment. And then you live.
Wait, are you saying the premise now?
How else?
I thought we weren't going to say the premise. I don't know. I don't want to see because this book is so good. I don't want to. I want people to be surprised.
It broke my brain. There's so many timelines. I didn't even know what a timeline is before this. But how do we talk about this without talking about the time?
I just like repeating this is such a good book like for 20 minutes.
We get it. You like this book.
I love this book. Do you not love this book?
It was a good book. I could see why you do indeed love it. It has your personality written all over it. It's like why I loved it's not like it's a secret so much. It was just me but book form. Like I embodied myself in there. That wasn't really a sentence, but that's okay. I think we got to get into the premise. If you don't want the premise, skip to like the last 30 seconds where we say
No, do not watch this video. Read the book, come back. Read the book, come back.
Okay.
Just read you should have read the book like when it came out. Read the book now.
Oh my god.
I said now, goddammit.
Hey,
Read it
let's
now.
not get ahead
Read
of
it now.
ourselves. So assuming you've taken multiple hours of your day out just to read this, and you are now back, which I don't suspect you would
back.
have remembered us, but
You're
okay,
back.
I'm gonna describe the premise now, and I'm going to draw it. So we have here nothingness. This is time itself. Now we have, you thought time was linear. You thought your life was this. This is your life. Now let's say, now this is, yes, this is your birth and this is your death. Let's say sometime in the middle, you say, hey, I didn't like how I spent my 13th birthday. So you're at this point in time in your life, you're like, was it like 30 or 50, 40? You're like 42. And you're like, I didn't like how I spent my 13th birthday. So you hop into the chamber of secrets.
You
No,
hop into the
the
chair.
chair. You hop into the chair.
Hop
That's
into
like
the chair. The chair.
the chair. Whatever. Okay, the chair. And you get submersed so far into this memory, and it's so vivid that at some point, the boundary between
That's
am
not
I
what
in
happens.
it?
That's not
Yeah,
what
the
happens.
boundary between am I in
That's
it
what?
and is
No.
this.
That's not what happens at all.
No, they get so submersed in the memory that they just start
No.
living it.
No. That's not it at
Yeah.
all. 100% that's not it. No.
Then tell me what happens.
Here's what happens.
I told you my brain broke.
Your brain gets sent back in time to the brain of yourself when you were 13, and then you just eat your brain. The brain of you when you were 13, you take over the consciousness of who you were when you were 13, so you can spend your birthday party. You
have your
send your
current
brain back in
conscience.
time. Okay.
You have your current
let
conscience.
me draw it out for you. Okay.
I was trying to rationalize this by saying like, oh yeah, you're just so submersed in the memory that you just start living it, and then the timeline continues from there. You genuinely go back in time?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe this was my own bias because I thought time travel was like you hop in the chair and then it's like, whoop.
Okay, so this is the line.
Okay.
You're 13, you're 42.
Yes.
All right? So you go back, you send your mind back in time to when you were 13. Right?
Oh, and now you're in your 13-year-old body.
13. Now you're in your 13-year-old body.
Yes.
Now, the version of the timeline with you and your 13-year-old body extends out like this, right? This is timeline A.
Can you make it parallel? Can you make it parallel? Because they happen at the same time. Because then there's like when they meet.
Sure.
There's parallel timelines, guys. You finally get to learn what a parallel timeline is. I didn't know what it was until reading this.
So then you get into a parallel timeline where your brain sends you back into a timeline, and then that splits off, right? But
so
then,
you have your 42-year-old conscience, but now you're living the life over, but you can tweak it.
Yeah,
this isn't any
can do whatever
major
you want.
Butterfly effect stuff.
But
like you're not going to set off a chain reaction and destroy the world.
What happens is once you turn 42, as in like
second timeline,
when you sent it back, like when you sent your brain back, everyone who was affected by what you did gets their memories of that time period back, right? Yeah. Like so for example, if in the real timeline you punched your mom during your 14th birthday, during your 13th birthday,
not.
And then in the new timeline you didn't punch your mom, when you were 42, your mom would remember you punching her as a vivid memory.
The day you go back, she would
same day you go back
of you not punching her even though you did.
No, of you punching her even though you didn't in the new timeline.
No, because in the yeah. Oh my god, yeah, because the people, they're living in the parallel timeline. No one's living in the original one anymore. Now you can see why my brain broke, dear viewer.
It's one of my favorite depictions of time travel.
It's a calming effect, I guess. But then it gets
also, by the way, I loved how we agreed to describe the premise, and then we just described how time travel works, and that didn't describe the premise at all.
You see, my original thought of time travel was you hop in the chair, you set it back to a date like 500 million years ago, and then you are.
It's got to be when It's got to be when you're alive. You because you send it back to your previous body.
Yeah, no, I remember, that's this premise of time travel.
I remember
my previous knowledge was you go back to whenever, not like whoever you want.
No, you inhabit yourself because you can't just like be around.
That's weird premise.
Anyway, that's the premise of the book. It's Well, you talk, because I read it already.
Me too.
Well, no, but like I read it like a while ago. I don't have much to say.
Okay. So, as you would expect, there might be a love story. There is a love story, but it's not the main focus of the book, which was actually pretty refreshing. The main focus was on the time travel and how whack it was,
It
and
gets
how
so whack
it
eventually.
gets so whack. Like, there's so many timelines, I can't keep up with them. There comes a point where we are legitimately Barry, because every time he gets his new memories back, we get them as well. So it's like, we are him in all the I didn't know you spelled whack with an H.
You don't spell whack with an H?
Oh, because whack with an H to
Weirdo.
me is the verb.
It's both.
Okay.
Mm.
So we just become Barry, and your brain stops breaking and just starts accepting it at some point. You're just like, yeah, there's so many timelines. This is just my life. Like the same 33 years Helena lives, that's just how life is now.
It's such a good
Um,
book.
Yeah, but then the consequences of each timeline get worse and worse because people stop being so oblivious to the fact that they're gaining so many new timelines of memories, and they start being like, someone WikiLeaks or something released the actual
Oh
blueprints for
yeah.
this chair, and
And
then
now everyone's building
that's
it, and it's like
yeah,
crazy stuff is happening.
they start nuclear warfare for some reason because nobody wants to rewrite history yet, I guess.
This is like the final chapters of the book, so please don't. If
Uh,
you, I don't want
if you
anyone to be
haven't
spoiled.
read it,
You are a terrible human
doomed.
being.
What? No.
Because
Okay,
you stayed
no.
here when I said read it, and I told you to read it.
Who's gonna listen to your
I
authority?
very clearly told you to read it. So
Okay, so if you haven't read it by now, Chase is gonna be very sad that I have to spoil it. It all works out. Yay!
yeah, okay.
It
Anything
works
else
out
you
in
wanted to
the
add?
it works out in the best way possible. Like
It's
I thought it was gonna work out the way I would have expected it to, but then it was 10 times better. Like my expectations of how it was gonna end dropped like pretty close to the ending of the book, but then there was like, oh my god, new twist. What? And then the twist happened and it worked, and I was like, that's cool. Yeah,
such a good book.
it
Okay.
broke my brain.
Anything else you want to say?
mm, Megan deserved better than to die twice.
And then to not exist?
Hey, no, she totally deserved to exist. She was such a likable character.
No, I said she deserved better than to not exist anymore.
Oh, facts. Okay, wait, she died twice, man. That's wow.
Technically 3 times if you count her not existing.
Three. How? No, she died twice.
What do you mean?
Once with her the car crash.
Yeah, and then once suicide.
Yes, that's twice.
And then not existing is technically death.
She doesn't exist in any of the future timelines because she died in that second one. In the
No,
first
she
one.
doesn't exist in any of the future timelines because Barry doesn't make her.
Oh, that's true. He doesn't save her because that's not the
No,
main goal
nope.
anymore.
He doesn't make her. Barry is her father, Krista.
Yes, I know.
He does not make her.
He doesn't.
No, he
Oh my
doesn't.
god, because he's with Helena now. He's not focused on
Yeah.
Julie anymore. Oh my god.
He does not make her, so she doesn't exist.
Whoa. You can see how people could go to war with this, right? Wow. But Helena's original intentions were so pure, and it was truly jarring to see nuclear warfare stem from it. She just wanted to help her mother, who had Alzheimer's, like regain some of her core memories and not lose them forever, and it was really wholesome. It still ended pretty wholesomely. I mean, it's pretty jarring, like right before the actual ending, but
I drew you while reading the book. All right. This drawing is ugly. It's not meant to be. I'm not saying you're ugly.
Can you
This
say
drawing is
it
ugly.
wasn't
I
me?
draw ugly.
Can you say it wasn't
This is
me?
somebody reading the book.
Okay.
An example of a random person reading the book.
Yeah. I did not know I was a ventriloquist. Whoa.
See,
Whoa.
I draw weird art.
If you put it on a canvas and make big money off of it.
And now it's dying forever. Just watch it die. Watch it die.
Thank goodness. Nice.
It's dead. I killed it.
in this timeline. But then there's the other timeline that you didn't. Oh my! I got a nosebleed the day I read this book, and I was so disappointed that I wasn't flooded with with a whole new life of memories. This book kind of messed me up.
Yeah.
But then there's also some interesting commentary about time itself, which makes you think a little bit, because it's like every moment that happens, it's basically the past already, because by the time, it's like those fractions of nanoseconds of seconds that it takes for you to see things. Nothing is real time. Real time is not a thing.
Yeah, there's
Because
nothing. There's nothing like the present. The present doesn't exist.
Yeah, the present is already the past. By the time you've registered, it's the present, because everything takes like those fractions of nanoseconds, right? So, oh my golly gee. Okay, I have one cumulative moral that I learned from this book.
Which is?
Make the most of your one life, because truly YOLO. You don't get 7, 8, 9, 10 timelines to just do over. So anything you want to do, I promise the consequences will be fixed in a matter of like at most years. I don't know how dangerous or how
Are you encouraging people to like murder people?
No, I'm encouraging people to go out and, I don't know, ask out their crush. I don't know, go try on a new tank top. I don't know, go out and like go see the world. Go make new friends, get new jobs, apply everywhere. You can't lose anything. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. You go first. What would you give this?
Oh, the rating scale.
How many chairs? How many chairs out of? How many?
Chairs? Oh, yeah.
How many?
Wait, hold on. This is your favorite book and you barely said anything of it. Besides, it's your favorite book.
I love it so much I could barely even begin to talk about it.
There we go. And once you open Pandora's box, Pandora's box does not stop until Pandora's box drops. Okay, so how many chairs out of
Out of one, how many false memories in one chair?
I like that. Okay.
Them fake memories.
Yes. I give
Anyway.
it one wholesomely complete chair. Yeah. Like a
Same.
nice like a full chair.
A full
Like I know
chair.
it's not like it's secret. I gave it 1.2
Chair.
chairs.
Sana's box.
Sana's boxes, because like yes, that
But
yeah,
I think the
because
chair is worth more than a Sana's box. One chair is more than one Sana's box.
You think it is, because we're different people and we have different interests. I'm interested in the nice love stories that have happy endings, and you're interested in breaking my brain. My one synapse was on overdrive. I felt like a light bulb with how much electricity was being produced. But overall, yes, a good book. One complete chair.
I give it...
How many false memories? 7 false memories. Because one false memory to me does not equate to 0.2 chairs.
Yeah, I give it...
It's like these rating systems. One of the smaller rating system does not equate to its equivalent conversion of the bigger rating system in most cases, which is odd. It makes sense to me. It might make sense to you.
I give it 13 false memories and 5 chairs.
Whoa. Okay, I was using that complete chair to
I'm
be
joking.
like, yeah, this is like a nice complete chair.
Because that's a complete chair is like 5 stars, right?
No, because I was talking about how the smaller rating system is very rarely equal to its equivalent of the bigger rating
we
system.
need to put limits on these.
Why?
Like, I feel like we need to put limits.
Limitless.
I think that the maximum of false memories is 13.
Okay, well then I give it like 6, 5, 4, 7. Somewhere between 4 to 7 false memories. It doesn't matter.
I feel like the maximum... How many chairs do we need? How many chairs?
You're going to say like 69.
Maximum amount of chairs. It's the maximum amount of chairs.
I don't know, 2. Because one complete chair for me is like a solid chair.
Wait, so then you only give it 5 out of 10 then? 1 out of 2?
Who said 5 out of 10, 1 out of 2?
You give it 1 chair
I
of 2 chairs.
thought you were talking about like extra rating system because you love it so much.
No, I was just saying, what's the maximum? 'Cause I
Okay,
feel like we
one
need to say a
chair and
maximum.
5 false memories then.
One chair and 5. Then I give it 5 false memories and 1 chair.
Because I don't feel like 5 false memories equates to the gravity of 1 chair.
Yeah, so I give it
So
13 false
odd.
memories and 1.5 chairs.
It's even higher than I rated. It's not like it's a secret in terms of Sana's boxes.
I like this book more than you like that book.
Probably. Because I remember when I read Wonder, I would give Wonder your equivalent of 1.5 chairs.
You liked Wonder that much?
Yes, it was very impressionable
I
on
did
my
like
youth.
Wonder a lot. All right. We good?
Yeah.
We good with reviews?
Thanks for stopping by.
This is the end of our 3-week marathon. Are there going to be more made after these 3
Yeah, for
reviews
sure.
are up? Yeah, let's do, this is like a book club. Yeah.
Keep it funky.
We just need to, what's 52 over 3? Just need
Why
to,
52 over 3?
1 for every week.
17.3.
We just need to do this. We just need to record 3 reviews a week for 17 weeks, and we're set for a year.
Or
No,
we can.
we're not going to read 3 books a week for 17 weeks in a row.
I could read a book a day if you'd want me to.
We might read a book a day.
That's what we've been doing so far.
That is what we've been doing so far.
Like
We might read a book a day.
unintentionally.
I'm worried if we read a book a day, like we'll just kind of
Run out of
spend
books.
all money in that we have. Just,
Yeah. I will rack up quite the tab.
I did not buy this book. I rented it from. I didn't rent it. I got it from like an online library thing, and I got a 30-day trial. So, big brain.
That's big brain. That's like 1 full chair of big brains. Okay, moral of the story. Yes.
Moral of the story: yes.
Yes.
I should rename myself to yes.
Copycat?
Yes. Okay, let's say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Yes.
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 What?
Yes. All right. We good? We good? We good. All right. See you next week, I guess.
Bye.
Bye.